Hey, great Thursday morning, and it is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville. And let me say, a little bit on the late side, because I was taking care of some clients that came in. But it is a cool, wet morning in the city of Brownsville, and I am a little bit on the surprise side because I actually thought that they were going to get it completely wrong. But it is wet and cool, and it's not good for me. I have to be at the bridge for a wedding, and it's going to be a dreary one. But one of the good things about this type of weather is we get to use our winter clothes one more time, get them out of storage. And I do have plenty of winter clothes, so in that respect, I'm doing okay. Uh, it's supposed to be like this for the next couple of days, and it's going to be good. Let me say, I didn't want to wake up this morning. I don't know if it was just the horrible weather or something. This is the first time that I've placed my alarm on snooze to give myself an extra 10 minutes. 10 minutes? Yeah, I think 10 minutes. I don't think those 10 minutes did make much of a difference, but did sleep okay. Had a good show last night. I think um, Susan was on. Frankie was on for a while, but then Frankie exited, and I think he exited because he either was having internet issues or said these two could probably carry the show for the rest of the evening. But I appreciate him coming on. It's a lot easier. One of the yes. It's a lot easier having these shows when you have someone to converse with. Genaro Martinez, congratulations again. We were there yesterday. We talked about Jerry and the signing ceremony. Uh, Congratulations again, again. As the Jerry's going to be amazing up at the college level. Uh, it was very impressive to see that a lot of his former coaches had come together to wish him well, and it says a lot about Jerry, parental involvement as well. But Jerry, how he forges and establishes these relationships with these individuals, and they're still out there. Also says a lot that his teammates were very very supportive, and I say that because he'd only been in St. Joe for the past 2 years, and I'm going to say that the his teammates appreciated the talent that Jerry is, and just the all around good kid that he is. He's just an all around good kid, and very very great, good little nice little ceremony. I wish it would have been done at the gym where there had been a little bit more space, but it is what it is. It made it look a little bit more on the crowded side. I appreciate my family and Genaro's family that attended. Uh, it's important, and I wanted to make sure to attend. Uh, and as soon as it was over, I made sure to leave because my family knows I do not tend to stay a long time to do all the socializing stuff. But stayed enough. One of the best pictures I got yesterday was from Genaro's father, who took a picture of me having a conversation with Tino Villarreal, and it looked like I was like mad, like. But it was just one of those pictures that is taken at that specific moment. No, thank you, man. Thank you for the invite, and thank you for everything that you do for the kids, man. Again, I've always said this: the kids' success, like Canarito, Gabriel, Jerry, and Gali, uh, is attributed to the hard work that Genaro uh, puts in extra. Because a lot of what happens here in our area, a lot of times, parents have the mentality of, well, I'm providing, and that's, yeah, yo ya cumplí. It's not enough. You have to go that little extra. You have to do a little bit more than just providing. You have to provide, those after school programs, those summer camps and stuff. And I think uh, it's inspirational to have students, and not only like Jerry, but other students out there that get to go off away to college. Because one of the things that I tell parents constantly around here, guys, get your kids out of here, get them out, let them experience the real world. And of course, we want you to prepare them for the real world, but get them out of here. And with the hope that these kids that tend to leave will want to come back. We want them to come back. We need them to come back. But they need to experience the real world out there, culture, dress, food, and just a different lifestyle than what we have right here. I've constantly said it. One of the things that plagues our area is the rancho mentality, and people continue on with that rancho mentality until they leave this area, be it for a while, be it to travel, be it for entertainment. But they start to see a different type of world. And I mean, I was part of that rancho mentality for a long time. I thought like this was it, and then I started to travel and experience the real world. I made mention some time back that when I was very young, I took a bus to Dallas, and one of the first times I'd ever been out of the valley, and I went to Dallas, guys, and I got to the bus station. Pretty horrible place, just because it's dreary. But get off, and everyone at the bus terminal was African American, was black, and I'm going like, where am I at? It was a like a cultural shock because I'd never been out of the valley, and here in the valley, I grew up with one black kid who was, I think, the only black family here in Brownsville back then. His name was Dwayne, and we joke around with Dwayne. We loved Dwayne. I don't know where Dwayne's at now. I don't know if he's even still alive, but we joked around with Dwayne, like friends tend to do, because aquí la gente es bien alburista. Aquí la raza, they'll make fun of everyone. I think when I was growing up and I was a kid in junior high at Cummings, they would call me the blue whale because I think for some reason all my clothes was blue, and of course I'm wearing blue today. But everything that I wore was blue, 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 and they called me the blue whale because I was so fat. And I remember we had a friend of ours. I don't know if she's still alive, but she was like on the chubby side, and we'd go to church in Monterrey. Y le decían el frijolito. Le decían el frijolito because she had the shape of a frijol. Probably still does to this day. And don't know. But le decía el frijolito. In Monterrey, they're famous for their alburismo, their putting apodos to people. There was a friend of ours who had this big cheeks and a big quijada, big jaw, and le decíamos el chupaletas kid, chupaletas kid, and they were friends, but uh, and I remember I told my friends in Monterrey like, oye, ¿cómo me dicen a mí cuando yo me voy y no estoy presente? Because they had a name for everyone. I'm sure they had a name for me. Just never learned about it. Oh my god. So, uh, good morning, good morning, good morning. So people gotta leave this area and experience other cultures. So I'm glad that Jerry's going to have that opportunity. I hope he does very well there in Houston, Texas. It's going to be interesting because Houston is just around the corner. Renato, I learned that morning flew out to Houston just to pick up a banner. Was it the banner or the shirt? No me acuerdo. And then flew back to be back at the event. They're crazy. We come from a very crazy family, but nice little event, and very proud of Jerry. Very proud of his accomplishments. He deserves everything that's coming to him. The family does too as well. It's going to be interesting to be able to go and see some college games up there, and I am planning to attend some of them just to get out of here. This is one of the reasons I think I continue to want to travel out of here. I need that separation. Um, one of the things that Captain Bob, the banner, the shirt. One of the things that Captain Bob was making mention, he goes like, and that's why are you going to stop traveling if you become mayor of the city of Brownsville? I go like, no, of course, I'm not going to stop traveling, guys. Being mayor is not a full time job, guys. It isn't. I'm going to be out there or what arriba and telling everybody what to do. It's not what it is. We're there to oversee while the city manager does their job. I mean, unless that proposition, guys, passes to pay mayors and commissioners, then I'm going to continue to travel. If for some reason, and I don't think that it will, and I do not support it in any way, shape, or form. But if that proposition to pay the mayor and the city commissioners, which is what my opponents want, uh, passes, then I will feel a little bit more obligation to be here, regularly and not travel so much. But as a volunteer position, you better believe I'm going to be driving my butt to Monterrey and hitting the spot. I still run into people from Brownsville and Monterrey anyway. So what the who? I'm still going to be doing my job even if I'm there. But I do plan to continue to travel. Um, before early voting starts, I am going to uh, go spend the night in Monterrey. I'm going to visit the people that I love. That's simple. After we win this election, uh, we'll be in Cuba, and I do plan to take another trip to Peru. So again, those are already in my plans, and I do not see me changing my plans. It is what it is. I'm supposed to be in Austin this at the end of this month, but I might have to postpone that. See what happens. Um, I put up a picture this morning about an individual who is holding up signs on the street, and I greatly appreciate that. And making mention of how Jessica Tetro and John Cowan, defunding the police. And again, a lot of folks will go out there and say, well, they're not really defunding the police. Well, they're defunding the police. They're taking the resources that should be placed into to our local law enforcement, and they're using them for something other. So you better believe that that's defunding the police. I don't care what anyone says. And we're still waiting to hear who our police officers are going to endorse. I'm praying that their endorsement comes our way. It will send shockwaves throughout the community. Something needs to be done differently. Uh, at the event yesterday, I made mention how I had conversations with Tino Villarreal, and I appreciate the conversations that we have and the conversations that I have with every other individual that is out there seeking office. It's going to be an interesting type of race, and whoever wins in their respective positions, guys, got to make sure that everyone is held accountable to the people of the city. Pat's still trying his hardest. No, says he's running a write-in campaign post yesterday. Uh, he is not on the ballot. There is not going to be a line for a write-in candidate. Uh, I appreciate the fact that Pat is out there, bringing awareness to the corruption of Jessica Tetro and John Cowan. And look, I was one of the first individuals to go out there and say, "Hey, Pat, I'm sorry this happened to you, bro." But like I mentioned yesterday, in regards, I mentioned this to Tino yesterday in regards to Roman. Roman is Roman, and a lot of people will go out there and say, "Oh, Erasmo, okay, Roman. Roman is Roman. We already know who Roman is, and just got to go with it." Pat is Pat. I mean, for those of us that know Pat, for Pat, Pat is Pat. Pat is going to do his own thing. And again, more power to him. I appreciate the fact that he's bringing awareness as to the corruption that is Jessica Tetro and John Cowan. I'm hopeful that with his help, we're able to get the 51% that we need in regards to votes so that we can take this election without a runoff. I'm hopeful. The city in charge of the people that give tickets out, I'm going to say that that's our police department. Felix Sauceda. I'm not exactly sure if there's a different uh, like department out there. I'm going to guess that these individuals fall like the parking meter people. I think they fall under Brownsville Police Department. I might be wrong. I'm not sure. I want to thank Ben again. Ben has been very, very vocal. Ben has been very, very present in everything out there. So I greatly appreciate it. It really, really does help. And I'm in your debt, always in your debt. And gracias, man. Thanks for all the hard work that you do. Uh, also, Ben has been very, very vocal in regards to speaking out. And a lot of people have been very, very vocal in regards to speaking out, a lot more than what I'm used to, actually. One of the things that I'm seeing in a lot of these posts that we're talking about PUB and stuff is that more and more people want their money back. And let me say, folks, with Erasmo Castro as mayor of the city of Brownsville, you will get your money back. That's what I'm going to be fighting for. Not 29 million, not 29 million plus interest, 179 million. Guys, I'm trying to adjust a wedding this morning so I could rush off and be with Captain Bob at 10:30. I'm going to do my darndest. So I'm going to sign off for this morning. I'll be back tonight, hopefully at 9 o'clock. Uh, Busy day today. A crazy busy day on Saturday, which it's going to be a difficult one for me, but it is what it is. Guys, have a great day. Be back tonight at 9 p.m. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.